everyone. Hey, I wanted to pop on here real quick to give you guys a quick lunch that you can do with your prep ahead meal foods that we're going to make. So I'm going to show you something really super easy and quick. It is lunch hour chicken fajitas. So super simple. So I'm going to show you guys how to make it real quick and what products we're going to use to do this. So I've already have a chicken breast here that I made the other day when I grilled up my chicken breast for the week. So I pulled out a chicken breast, and then I've got some onion and red pepper. And I know there's like a glare in from the window here. I'm trying to avoid that glare. Sorry about that. So I've got just an onion and a red pepper, and then I have our breakfast sandwich maker. So if you guys have seen this, or if you've not seen it, let me just tell you a little bit about it. So this is one of our newer products. It came out last year, and it goes in the microwave, and the name of it is the breakfast sandwich maker, but you can do so much more things with it as well. Like I'm going to show you how to do the quick chicken fajitas. Okay, so it's got several different parts. This is the lid. The holes on it on the top are for venting. And then it's got two silicone inserts inside here. There is a deeper well, and then there's a more shallow well. So if you were to make a breakfast sandwich, you would put your eggs in the bottom, and right here it says to poke the yolk. It's a nice reminder when you're making eggs in here, that way they don't pop all over the place. If you just put a couple little fork holes in your yolk before you pop it in the microwave, it prevents that from happening. So the eggs would go in here. The pre-cooked breakfast meat, such as like a sausage patty or some bacon, would go in here. And then your bread, like an English muffin, would go on top. So I'm going to show you how to do it with chicken fajitas instead. Okay, so take this back over here. I'm going to slice up a little bit of onion and some red pepper. So I think I'm going to do the pepper here first. So I've got just a regular red bell pepper here. I'm going to cut the top off. And you could do this up ahead of time when you do your meal prep, whichever day you do it. I like to do it on Sundays. You could do it all ahead of time so it's ready to go and not do it on a daily basis and save so much time. But I did not have any of this done ahead of time. Plus I wanted to be able to show you guys how to do this as well too. So I am just going to, there's like little, like the white parts on the inside of the pepper. I'm going to take my scoop loop and I'm going to scrape those out. Super simple. Helps get the seeds out as well too, if there's any leftover seeds. And then I'm just going to take, we'll do about a quarter of the red bell pepper for my fajitas here. This is our quick slice. So let me show you guys this. It has an inverted, can you guys see that? Inverted V blades on it. And then this right here is what you just set your food on down, and then the blades go down between the slits. And it just makes for really nice, even cutting. It's more for softer type vegetables. Do not do potatoes on it. They can be too hard. They could bend the blades. Do not do carrots on it. But you can do like tomatoes, the peppers. You can do soft cheeses on here also. Cucumbers, zucchini, lots of different things like that. Okay, so I'm going to take my red bell pepper and I want to cut it into strips. So I'm going to place it skin up this way, okay? And then I'm just going to go right down on top. And I've got nice even slices. Isn't that great? So I'm going to dump these into the bottom of my breakfast sandwich maker here. And then I'm going to slice up a little bit of onion. I don't want too much onion, but 2 slices of it are good for fajitas, I think. So this is our quick slice. And it's got 3 different set depth or thickness settings on here. 1, 2, and 3. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? And then it's got a lock on it too. So when it's locked, that means that you're not going to cut yourself on it, okay? Plus it has this handy food holder here, and your hand doesn't go anywhere near the blades. All right, so I'm just going to slice a few slices of onion on here. I'm going to put it on setting 3. I want them kind of thick for my fajitas, okay? All right, that is plenty. Again, if you were doing the meal prep ahead of time, you could slice up a whole onion and then just have it in your freezer or your refrigerator ready to go when you need it. So now I've got my sliced onion here. I'm going to put a few of these slices in with the peppers. And then I also have our Tex-Mex rub. You can also use our Southwest seasoning or Chipotle rub. And I'm going to put, what's that on your stove? Looks so good. Oh, this right here. I'll tell you in just a minute. I'm going to put the Tex-Mex seasoning on the peppers and onions, about half of a tablespoon. Just kind of sprinkle that in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on and stick this in for about 2 minutes. All right, so while that is cooking, I'm going to slice up my chicken. The recipe calls for pre-cooked chicken breasts. But since I go ahead and pre-cook a whole large batch of chicken breasts at the beginning of the week for my meals for the rest of the week, I just pull out one of those chicken breasts to use. And I pulled out a smaller one since I'm just cooking for myself for lunch today. So again, I'm going to use the quick slice and put this right on top. And we're going to slice our chicken. If your chicken is thicker, you probably want to cut it in half. Like those chicken breasts can get pretty ginormous, right? So, but I think this will be fine. So now we've got the nice even slices for our chicken. There we go. And I'm going to put the chicken slices into the deeper well. And when I cook these chicken breasts up, I don't put any seasoning on them because I never know exactly which meal I'm going to be using them for, or if I'm making a whole bunch at one time, they are probably for different meals, so I don't want to mix seasonings. So I just usually leave the seasoning off until I'm ready to put it with the meal. And again, I'm going to sprinkle about a half a tablespoon of this Tex-Mex seasoning on my chicken strips, okay? So when this comes out, we only got 27 seconds left here. When this comes out, I'm gonna stick the chicken in, and then if you were making regular fajitas with flour tortillas, you would fold up your flour tortillas and stick them on the top level on this thinner silicone insert, and just to kind of warm your fajitas up a little bit, okay? But since I am eating keto, I don't eat the regular flour tortillas, so I made these cheese tortillas, and I will stick them in the microwave for just a second to soften them up. But these are, all they are is cheddar and mozzarella cheese. That's all it is. I had them pre-grated. I do with my quick food prep grater, and I'll show you that, guys, when we do the dinner prep tonight. But all I did was just take some of that shredded cheese, put it in my non-stick 10-inch saute pan, and just let it melt. And then once they got kind of crispy on one side, I flipped it over and did the other side. So I know, right? You could eat it all by yourself. Yes, it's so good. So these make little great snacks too. So I have 2 of these. Now let me take out our veggies. And I'm going to go ahead. This is a little warm. Take off the lid here. Let me just show you guys this. Oh my gosh, I wish you could smell this. The seasoning is amazing. So here are my peppers and onions, nice and cooked in there, okay? And I'm just gonna top it with the chicken, put the lid back on, and this is basically just to finish cooking the vegetables and to heat up my chicken since my chicken was already pre-cooked, okay? Let me grab my little micro grips here. Easier to use than a towel. And then we're just gonna set it for 30 more seconds. All right, and then when that comes out, I will heat these up for just a few seconds to kind of just soften them up so they're easier to fold when I make my fajitas. And then I also have some leftover sour cream that I added some Tex-Mex seasoning to make like a flavored sour cream. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that on my fajitas. And I also have an avocado. I love avocados. So I'm going to slice up one of these And I'm going to put a few slices on each of my fajitas. Perfect avocado. All right, little trick to getting the pit out of your avocado. If you take your knife, this is our utility knife, perfect for just about every job. Just kind of lightly tap it into the pit and then wiggle it and out it comes. There you go. So I'm going to go ahead and slice up my avocado in here. I just run the knife through just to create those even slices. You could use the quick slice too if you go ahead and take the whole half out of the peel and then put it down on your quick slice and then slice it as well. All right, so let's take this baby out. Oh, I'm gonna pop these in for just a couple seconds to warm them up. So now I have my chicken, I have my veggies, I have my sour cream. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my chicken in with my vegetables here and mix them all up together. Super quick and easy lunch, guys. So easy. So when you have everything ready to go, it makes mealtime so much faster and more enjoyable. And when you say, oh, I don't have time, this literally took me just a couple minutes to do, right? So anybody can do it. I promise. It's easy, guys. If you have any questions about any of the products that I've used, or if you want more information about hosting a party so that you can get these for free or half price, let me know and we will get your party started. So let me go ahead and make my fajitas. So see, now my shell is nice and soft, and so I'm able to put it more like a fajita. I take this off of here. I have my plate. I'll put my chicken and veggies on. Put my dollop of sour cream. And I will add some of my sliced avocado. Perfectly good, enjoyable lunch. All right, you guys have a great day, and I will see you back for the meal prep class later tonight. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.